Hi Facebook. It's that time again for y'all to learn some new makeup tricks and for me to teach it to you. So I have a couple of good friends who for Christmas received a palette that looks something like this. Mary, if you're watching, or will be soon, yours will be dirty just like this one before you know it. Yours probably looks all pristine right now, but let me point some things out to you. This is Shinto 1. This is Ivory. These are the two foundations that anyone within 3 color ranges of my face, one way or the other, can wear pretty flawlessly. If you're a redhead, you may be an exception and require a color called Gina Beige. Okay? This is our Zero Concealer. I recommend this for pretty much everyone in the Caucasian color family. This is our perfect bronzer. We only have one color. It's perfect. This is as white as it looks. This is not a trick of the camera. This is our setting powder. Okay, so the foundation and the concealer have to be set with the setting powder in order to make these two waterproof, smudge-proof, sweat-proof, and last for about 8 hours. If you want them to last, if you need them to last longer than 8 hours, then you will use a primer spray and a setting spray, and I'll go over those in a minute. Then this is the blush. I'm peeking over. Okay, blush right here. This is number 4 blush. I think the name of it is called Keen, and it's my favorite. That's all. Okay, the reason that it's hard to see is because it has quite a bit of shimmer in it, so it's reflecting the light. And then this dark concealer here, this is what I use for contour. So you do not have to use this for contour. This is for a more heavy contour for a fuller face, excuse me, like mine. But I am going to show you how to use that, or not use it. Either one, you'll get it. Okay, so what do you put on this makeup with? This is LimeLight by Alcone products, and my favorite tool right now is the number 5 brush. It is sold out right now, and it's on back order until February. If there's something that you want from this company, I know, Michelle, I've got a light foundation for you. If you see something that you want, you need to buy it. Don't think, oh, I'll buy it in February when it comes back in stock. It'll be sold out again when it comes back in stock. People are fanatical about these products right now, and they're new and they're difficult to keep in stock because we, as a company, hire and a lot of the vendors that create these individual products are small American families. Not all of them, but many of them are, and they are working really hard to keep up with the demand since they've partnered with LimeLight. So if there's something you want, you just need to order it, put on your big girl panties, pay for it, and then just wait for it to come, because if you wait for it to show up in our store as available, it's probably going to get sold out again. So we're trying to rectify that, but it takes a little bit of time. No one expected this company to grow quite so quickly. All right, primer spray. This is going to flood your face with vitamins. Make sure that it's not too oily, not too dry, and just moist enough to receive this wax-based foundation. Wax sounds scary, but it's not. Okay, so I'm going to take, this is hard to do backwards, a little bit here, just dab, 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 light pressure, dab, 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 or circle, 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 whatever you want to call it. And then same thing on my face. Just make circles, one way and then the other way. That ensures that you're filling in any crevices or texture that you may have. I'm going to do the same thing again. Swipe, 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 swipe. it'll take you a little bit of time as you're learning the product to figure out how much it takes on your face. Some faces eat makeup, some faces... Hey, Trisha. Trisha, you have a white cradle at your shop, and Michelle and I need it. How much is it? And when are you going to be open? Okay, here we go again. Oh, sorry. God, I can't. I gotta stop trying to do this backwards. Circles. Crevices. I'm gonna get all those little crevices. Stuff is doing such a good job of changing the color of your face to one even color that you don't want to leave little red areas like your nostrils and even your eyelids, things like that, undone, because then all of a sudden they stand out. And your lips too, you can kind of knock out some color in your lips. Y'all like that noise? What do you think of my earrings? They're coral and they're gray. And this is a raccoon ball hanging off the back of my head. This is what I do when my hair is so bad that there's absolutely nothing that even me, a professional hairstylist, can do to fix it. Just put a hat on it with a real raccoon ball. Kind of looks like a ponytail, which is awesome since I don't have enough hair to actually make one of my own. Now I can have the swing of a ponytail with heavy earrings. Well, they're actually not that heavy at all, but long earrings and a little raccoon ball. Got a little bit of action going on there. And do you see this up here? That light switch on my ceiling? That's a boob light. And every time that y'all see me do a video and there's still a boob light in my ceiling, you need to message Michelle Schultz and let her know that she needs to get me a chandelier. Okay? Sorry, Michelle. You might be getting a lot of messages. You might not get any. Maybe no one cares. But I care. I hate the boob light. Okay. All right, foundation. Pretty much awesome. You can add another layer. You can change the color if you get it on and you feel like it's too dark or it's too light. It's totally fluid until you set it with a setting powder. So you have flexibility. It's not like a liquid that's going to dry up on your face. That said, it's also just a little bit more challenging to work with because it takes a little bit of finesse and a little bit of practice. Because it's not like what you've used before. So now I'm using the number 0 concealer. You must use your finger because you need the heat. Start at the tear duct, go all the way down to the nostril. This entire triangle right here needs to be at least 2 shades lighter than the rest of your face. You didn't know that? Now you do. All right, other side, other finger, because this finger doesn't fit on this side unless you get all weird, and then you don't have the same amount of pressure to blend it in as nicely. Pat and pull, pat and pull. Thank you, Michelle, for sharing my video and for letting me totally call you out on the boob light and the chandelier thing. Or you didn't really let me, but I just did it. Hi, Heather. Hi, Nicole, Mandy, Vanessa, Patricia. Patricia, I already said hi to you. Vanessa. Vanessa came over today and rode my crazy ass horses. Michelle, you don't know this yet. I haven't told you yet, but Buddy got ridden today, bareback and in a saddle, and he did well. He needs manners, but he did well. Okay, so a little on the nose, triangle here and here blended into the foundation. Okay, still haven't set it yet, so it's all very blendable. That's the big difference between this makeup and other makeup. Lots of pigment and very blendable. I'm going to use a blush brush. This one is tapered so that it fits underneath my eye. And I am going to use the setting powder, just swipe back and forth a little bit. And this is what makes everything smudge proof, transfer proof, all that good stuff. The fact that it is pressed, you didn't get bucked off. You lost your balance. You're prideful. You can't admit it. I watched. He did not buck you off. He is not a pony shithead. You're funny. And she rode my big, beautiful Missouri Foxtrotter that I was afraid of and totally slayed it. I should post a video of her riding this horse. He is amazingly beautiful, and she looked amazing on him. I am so grateful to you, Vanessa, for coming and risking your life, because she didn't know that they would be good horses. Basically, we have very little information on these guys, except that my daughter had a really bad incident with the Missouri Foxtrotter, and we haven't been on him since. Turns out it was rider error, not horse error. Okay. Let's see. Hadn't really thought this through, but in going with the gray coral. Hi, Christy. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Heather. I am not going to use that brush. Sorry. I'm going to use my number 11 brush. If I can find it. There it is. This is the one that I like to apply color to. So if y'all watch these regularly, then you know I typically pack on the color, and I like to color a good portion of the lid. This is kind of the thing that I've been doing lately. Call it a trend, whatever you want to call it, but it's just what I'm loving lately. Definitely not what you have to do, but it is what I would like for all of my clients to know how to do and do well, because it's a really safe look and a great option for when you kind of don't have any inspiration to do anything else. So I'm going to use a color called High Quality. It's a gray, and I think that's High Quality. Or maybe, no, this is the one from the Onyx palette. I took it out of the Onyx palette, and now I don't know what it's called, but it's gray. And I'm just going to cover my lid. You could do this with brown, you could do this with plum. When I get over here, I start pushing back this way. And that is to ensure that I don't end up with a big wing. I want to be able to very carefully control how far out I bring my color. Sometimes I like it to stay right here. Sometimes I want to bring it out. Excuse me. I'm going to soften the edge. But you can see my whole lid is colored. I'm just going to soften. When I say soften the edge, I mean blend. Just go back and forth over the edge of the little shape that you've made, so that it kind of starts to graduate and disappear. All right, I just cleaned off my brush with just a towel right here. It's not wet or anything, and I'm gonna go back and pull some more product off. Let me try to focus a little bit better. Is that better? Now you don't see the boob light as much. Michelle, please help me with the boob light. Okay. It's important that you don't leave any space between your lashes and the color that you're applying. We're going for a full lid color. If your lids are smaller than mine, then you would need less product and you would be covering less real estate. However, there are plenty of you with much bigger lids, and do not, please do not be afraid to cover that whole lid. I promise you, you will be happy with it. Judge yourself like this, not like this. You don't walk around like this all day, so judge yourself like this. All right, same brush, same product, less of it, just one little pull. I'm bringing it down below my lashes. It's also on the waterline. And now I'm just going to start smudging it down. If you think you can't get away with this, it's because you haven't highlighted this area appropriately. Once this is highlighted appropriately, you'll be amazed at how smudgy you can make your eyeliner underneath and still not look like a raccoon. I'm wearing a raccoon ball on my head and I'm wearing gray. I should probably not make raccoon jokes right now. Y'all are probably thinking, you look exactly like a raccoon. Okay, here we go. You do have to stretch your face like this. It's required. All right. Thank you for that little smiley face, whoever that was. All right. Now I've got basically my eyes rimmed or lined or whatever you want to call it, okay? But very, very softly. All right, I'm going to bring this down. Don't be afraid. And now I'm going to take the edges out a little bit more. So right now my eye stops here. I want to give the illusion that it stops here. But this is a pretty casual thing that I have going on, so I don't want to be too glamorous. But I do want to give my eyes the full benefit of what I think they can handle. So depending on the shape of your eyes, you can judge for yourself after you've played and experimented how much you think you can get away with. I have this droopy thing going on right here that I can't afford for the Barbie doctor to fix yet. If y'all buy some more makeup, I could fix that. Or I could just keep using makeup and pay off bills. Boring. Okay, so I'm just kind of building out this outside corner. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. You see the difference? This has given me quite a bit more length, even though I have not extended my eye. It fools you guys into thinking that I have. And that's what makeup is all about, is fooling the people that are looking at you. So you have to understand what they are seeing and how they are seeing it. And you have to be aware of the difference between how you see yourself and how other people see you. That's probably the biggest mistake women make in everything, is not understanding the difference in what we look at in the mirror and what the rest of the world is seeing. When you look at someone, what are you looking at on their face? Do you look at their nose? What are you looking at when you see someone? When you're talking to your husband? When sometimes family's not the best. There, that's pretty even. And we've just stretched that out about 1/4 of an inch and added some length to our eyes. All right, done with that brush. Now I'm gonna bring in my tapered shadow brush. Wipe it off because I don't know what was on it before. And I'm going to use my favorite terracotta color. I think this is number 37. And I'm going to make this a transition color between the gray and the brow. I don't have anything on my brow yet. Wipe it off and then take what's there and continue to work it. If you're not happy with what it looks like originally when you get it on, don't freak out, just keep blending and you'll probably be a lot happier with it. It gets so much better the more you work with it. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Light pressure. You're not scrubbing it. You're not pushing it into your skin. You're just trying to move the product in very, very small amounts into other areas. All right, that makes a nice transition. And now we're gonna do number 41 on the brow, just to clean up that brow, make it look nice and bright and perky. Brows are like boobs. They stick out. They're the boobs of the face. It's what people notice whether they admit it or not. That's a great quote. Somebody write that down. Kathy, you're the perfect person. You need to post that with one of your funny little memes. It says the eyebrows are the boobs of the face. Okay, so basic eye shading is done. Now we need to shade this face. All right, so I'm going to go back to my palette that has my bronzer and my blush in it. I'm going to take my bronzer, swipe at it a little. So here, I did not use the concealer contour color this time. This is a pretty casual look, so I don't feel like that's it was necessary this time, but I did that on the video I did a few nights ago, so if you would like to see that, that was a great display, and if you don't know how to find that, you can message me and I can send it to you. I'm going to shade the sides of my nose, keeping very close control of the brush. I want to be careful not to make my nose wider, but just to leave a thin white stripe right up the front. Okay, a little bit of blush on the cheeks. Number 4, it's called Keen. All right, and I'm gonna go back to my eyeshadow palette and do a little bit with this brush, but it doesn't really matter what brush you're using here. Hey Ginger, how did your first live go? I'm so sorry that it didn't work out for me to watch the whole thing. I hated that I couldn't be there, but I will see the replay, and I'm sure 1,000 other people will too. And you already, I could tell, were amazing and confident and fantastic. I'm going to use this really bright crystal color right down the tip of the nose, so that as I move, light is bouncing off the tip. My nose is rather bulbous and a little bit crooked, so it takes a little bit of work to make it photograph well. Okay, and then I love to put it right here in the corners and just really brighten up that eye. This one is no longer available through LimeLight, but it's this pretty much the same as the Stila brand called Kitten, and you can get that at Ulta or online. Brows, hello. Back to eyeshadow. Number 40 is my brow color. Dab, dab, sweep, swipe, then push up. If you try to do this slow and controlled, you're probably gonna mess it up. It's better if you just try to do it fast, and if you screw it up, just wipe it off. Up and down. I screw it up all the time. Look, see, I did right there. One's a unicorn, one's a donkey, always. Yeah, that could use a little bit of work. Not really sure what happened there, but anyway, we're gonna move on. Hi, Benet, how are you? I think I'll be confirmed on Thursday, but I think I'm going to have a big cookie order for you. What am I doing? Mascara. I'm not going to put any eyeliner on because that's kind of my thing this year, is to avoid eyeliner anytime that I can, especially when I'm covering my entire lid with a dark shade. I just feel like it's a little bit unnecessary, but you know your eyes best, so you do what's right for you. So I'm going to do the tips first. Of course, leave it. Don't fix it while it's wet. Just leave it, and we're going to go back and fix it after it's dried. I know it's hard to look at. I've just scarred my face. Oh, well then you must not have seen the whole eyebrow thing, because it did not it did not go very well this time. This one looks like a donkey and this one's a unicorn. Okay, middle, pull it out. All right, still letting that smudge dry. Much easier to remove when it's dry. Hard to look at, but trust me. So we're gonna do the tips first. Just find them. I really can't see them. I'm just kind of going by feel. And then go back and start at the root and drag and wiggle sideways that wand all the way out. See how long you can take, like 1, 2, see if you can take a full 3 seconds to drag that wand across your lashes. The slower and more controlled you go, and you'll want your arm right up against your body, and ideally you would have a hand mirror and you would be sitting back and doing it like this. That doesn't work for tutorial purposes, but that is the correct way to do it. And the reason it's better is because you're more controlled, you have better focus, you can see what you're doing. And you're not holding a wand and slapping at your eye. Okay, so I'm going to take a skinny little liner brush, take off some product from the brush, and just sort of give my little bottom lashes a dusting of color. Hi, Sarah! We have got to have a family reunion, but one that includes me. And I know I'm not part of your family, but I need it. Your mom and I have been, not your mom, your aunt and I have been trying to get together forever. Ashley and I haven't seen each other in forever. I've seen Lindsay recently, but I need to see you all in one place. You're like my personal Barbie dolls. Okay, going to take my concealer brush. You can see that it's white on the tip. That's because it has a little bit of concealer in it, which I keep there in order to help remove messes. Okay, so now that that's dry, hopefully, we're going to go in and we're going to try to get under the mascara blob and push toward the nose. So you're going to kind of plink it off. Plinking, probably not the right word. Not even sure that is a word. Okay, got a little bit of it. Just do a little bit at a time. You want to be, let's push these lashes down so we know where the mess actually is. There we go. And now we need to push our lashes back up into their full upright position and ready for takeoff. There. So much easier than trying to wipe a wet mess of mascara. we need lips. Neutral or bold, guys? What are y'all thinking? There's an obvious choice, and there's a ballsy choice. Liner. Do y'all hear that? Do you know what that is? Do you know what that sound is? That is my husband trying to learn to play the violin. It's not bad enough that my son plays a trumpet, but now my husband's playing the violin, and he's really good. He goes, that's terrible. No, babe, it sounds really good.
Still live?
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so I cannot see my lipsticks because this mirror is so bright, but I think what I'm going to do tonight is just a gloss. This is a fresh, fun, kind of sporty look, so we don't need to have dramatic lipstick. Even your lip gloss will look better if you put it on with a lip brush. This one hasn't been washed in a while, so it looks like it's got red on it, but nothing's gonna come off. Gloss needs to be applied in a thin layer. Hannah Coop recognizes these earrings. I wonder why, Hannah. Are you a vintage bee queen? You work there, don't you, doll? Thank you, Michelle, for sharing. Y'all should go check out the Vintage Bee if you want these earrings. They actually don't even belong to me. They belong to Michelle, and I had to borrow them because they were so amazing. I mean, really, how fun is that? I love the idea that you can wear like chandelier-y kind of big earrings with a casual look. Like this hat, I mean, come on, this is some serious fun. And I think they're like $18. I mean, seriously, that is a steal for this much awesomeness. Okay, so this color that I just put on is called Grace. I have, hey, John Hamilton. I love it when my friends' husbands watch me. I don't know why. Maybe it's a little creepy, but I like to think it's just because I'm really entertaining. I'm sure John's gonna tell me otherwise. Hi, Marty. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this gloss. Is typically quite a bit more sheer than it looks on my lips right now, but my lips were fairly red just because it's hot, because I'm wearing a hat and a raccoon ball on my head. It's not a raccoon's ball, y'all do know that, right? It's just raccoon hair formed into a ball. I had to explain that to my kids. They were like, ew, that's gross, Mom. I'm like, freakos, it's not a raccoon ball. Although I have skinned raccoons and taken their penis bone out and used it as a keychain. Has anybody ever done that? You'll all do that, right? Like, that's just something everybody does growing up. Y'all don't do that. Just me and John and Vanessa. Okay, that's why I live in Pipe Creek. These are my people. Okay, I think we're done. I just wanted to tell you that that gloss is called Grace. It is quite a bit more sheer, but I have so much color in my lips right now that it's reading quite bold. I think I need a tiny bit more blush. If you don't agree, it's because you're not a professional and you don't know these things and you need my help, and I'm willing to help you. Pretty sassy tonight. Kathy, shut the front door. You did not make earrings with raccoon penis bones. Please tell me I'm wrong and that you really did. Oh my God, are you serious? That's so much more awesome than I could ever hope to be. Y'all see with that little bit of blush right here? It was a little too far out here. Yet right here, it kind of brings the focus and makes my face look a little bit more narrow, which is kind of what I was going for. So, yay. Okay, she did. She made earrings out of them. Do you still have them? Because I need to wear them, and then we need to have a mass raccoon slaughter so we can sell them after glittering them up and making them into earrings. I mean, what could be more amazing? I've probably just offended quite a few people. Sorry, that's just how we are here in the South. We love our animals, but we love them on the dinner plate even more. Okay, so here we go. Casual look. Gray, light smoky eyes with a little pink. They're not chili peppers, they're coral. They're nautical. Now that I think about it. I did not know that you were a taxidermist. That's the coolest job in the world. Holy crap. I need to get to know you better. I'm coming. I'm coming to Katie. Okay. Love you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.